bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here.
Duane, you talk about a galactic event, which is coming, and I begin to wonder: are we not out of this? The galactic is within creation. What have we to do with it, then?
Everything. That's where you are. So the ideas in the past have been, it's kind of like it comes from religion. We go back. It's the Queen of Orion, Enki, and Enlil created the God idea, all right, and got people to look to this phenomena, thinking that, oh, okay, life is hard. The basic idea is that, but if you're a good person after this life, you'll go to heaven. You'll go to a happy place. You see? And on earth, it's McDonald's. That's the happy place. All right. So anyhow, so you got both places. And so this has been the idea all along, even with the spiritual paths. In other words, forget the earth. Just focus on the inner master and do your spiritual exercises, and it'll all be taken care of, and you'll bypass all this stuff. You see? But that was the babysitting days. And it's not the same. It gets more real. And that part I can't describe. It just becomes more real. But while we're in creation, there are things happening right now. You must learn to see it and pay attention. That's what I'm doing. And I keep relating this, okay? I keep relating to those people that listen. Those that don't are going to go off on their own mindset, thinking that, oh, gee, I've read the books and whatever, I'm doing the new you. Doesn't mean you're paying attention to what's really going on. Those are things that we utilize, but that's not the reality of what is taking place. So I'm giving a hint here, but I'm not going to tell it all. Okay, let's see how it comes out. But it's all planned by the boys. And some people have seen certain things on the real side. See what you're shown if you want to be part of it, or do you want to stay with your personal life because you have plans for your future. Keep in mind, your future goes into, and you don't know where this life is going to end. The personal self really doesn't know. It's hinted at, but your future plans go into future lifetimes also. Doesn't stop. There's no border. Okay. So when you go from one country to another, unless there's a border there's not, and all of a sudden you're in another country. All of a sudden you're into a future lifetime, and you don't even know it. So again, it's worth it to be now and really pay attention to what's going on. So in Paul's day, it was what it was. I look at it. Those were the babysitting days. We had to be nurtured and babysat to get to a certain point. Paul left accordingly, and then to help me on the real side, set up things. Okay, he did his part. He got out of the way. All right, he had to get out of the way. And so that's what they're doing. Rebzar and the boys and Paul and whatever, they're setting all this up. They have it's almost ready, but I'm not saying that everybody's going to see it. That's the difference. So you have to pay attention. So you have to decide too. What are you deciding every day? What is your focus? Say, again, is it what you want for the future? Or is like, oh, I want to buy that new car and that new home and whatever. Well, that's fine. But is that it? And then you see yourself in the home. It's like, oh, we'll be happy there. We're going to be happy and we can do all these things and we can go shopping. You see, you keep setting up the future instead of looking at the world now. The world's dying. The world's totally poisoned, but people are still chasing their la-la land. And so what I'm focused on is something that helps everybody become more aware and surpasses all this, because we're still in creation. You're still here. And guess what? It still got you. It really does. And until a person goes through all their 5 bodies and faces everything in those 5 bodies, especially the subconscious, no, you're still stuck here. Not just thinking on the surface that, oh, I read the books and, oh, this is where I want to go, the seventh level. Well, yes, Count Albert Assini of the ancient Chinese family, the richest family in the world I knew for 4 years. He was supposed to fund the vessel project, but he was too afraid to do it. Well, he thought he was going to the seventh level. Guess where he went? He went to the Twilight Zone because he didn't take the time to see it or step up and do something real. You have to prove yourself to all life, and you got to figure out how to do that. So I'm giving everybody the hint. It's really a cool adventure, and it's scary and it's dangerous, and that's the best part. But will you do it? Or will you just stay home and watch TV and think it's going to be done for you? Boys can't do anything for you. You decide what you're going to do. If they like it, they'll back you. If they don't, they'll walk away. That's how real they are. No, there's no more foo-foo. There's no more babysitting. It's getting real. It's just like in the military. Soldier is a soldier, a spade is a spade. You go out there, you prove yourself, you risk your life, you face it, or you stay in the barracks and play video games under your blanket. Yeah, it's your choice. Yeah, this is how real it gets. But it's the best part. Yeah. To become like the sun shining, but you got to go through everything to do it. Yeah, so that's a little hint. And this galactic thing, well, again, let's see how it turns out. I'm giving people a hint. Look to the real side if you're interested in being part of it. But guess what? It's going to be the most dangerous part of your life because you're going to face everything in the physical realm. All the bad guys, all the ones that hate you, etc., don't want you to escape, etc. Are you ready to face all that? Huh? All your tap lines, all your wants and desires and all those little things you hold on to. Are you ready to face that and get past them? Most people aren't. They want them. So you got them. You make the choice every moment. This is where it gets real. Look at the sun shining. It decides to shine every single moment. That's pure sincerity. It demonstrates what the is. Do you want to stand real with that? Or do you want to cater to your little self? But you've done that for lifetimes and you got nothing except right back here. And there's no guarantee in the future and even tomorrow that this is here. This is a privilege, way more than a privilege. Every moment I work, I be from the position of gratitude. I am grateful for what I have been shown by the boys. So I step up and stand real with them and do what they do. Present something that makes sense so that people can become more aware because that's what it is. That's when you're standing real with the is. So if those little emotional attachments to your relationships and your TV set and whatever are so important, well, you got them. I've seen it. And when people go to the real side, guess what? They're pathetic. They're worse off. Marjorie, that's why I asked Claudia and Sandy, when Marjorie Clem passed over, she's pathetic. The reptilians took her away, but she didn't recognize them as reptilians. The girls did. I saw it. I already knew she made the deal with Joni years ago, etc. And it's fine. It's part of the adventure. I don't care what they do. But she's nowhere. And all that knowledge that she gained, that so-called knowledge to utilize something to help her get to a real position, she just let it all go. Because now she doesn't know what to do with herself. She's doing something, but she don't know what to do. It's just very real. Here it is right now. It's in the open. What will you do? Will you step up? Will you contribute? Will you stand real? Will you support those that are focused here? That's my focus. You can look on the real side. That is my focus and intent. But I can't decide for people. I'm not here to tell people what to do. That's why I didn't create the membership. But for those that want to be focused with what I'm doing, yeah, they're going to have to listen because it's for them. Yeah, it's for everyone because of what's happening in the world. They're trying to destroy this place as fast as they can. Look at Australia. You know what? They're using Australia and other places, even Africa, as a demonstration saying, look, Duane, see what we can do? Stop spreading, stop presenting the new presentation or we'll destroy it all. You think they're kidding? They're not kidding. Who's next? You think you're safe here somewhere? There's no safety. You're on a human farming planet. It gets very real. But if you're up for the adventure, the boys will back you. And the braver you are, the more they'll back you. But you got to step up and you got to prove it. You got to prove it every moment. You decide. It's your life.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors.